The market capitalization of the coin is used to summarize all that is taught in this video. Additionally, I would ask that you support my channel by liking it and subscribing to it so that you can stay up to date on future XRP news, as well as other cryptocurrency news in general. You have a look at this for a moment. XRP whales experience large price movements as a result of the SEC's appeal and the Ripple case. On the other hand, before we go any further, there is a brand new cryptocurrency airdrop that is currently taking place on Telegram and is set to start at any moment. I would ask that you make sure that you take part in this airdrop. Within the video's description is where you will find the link. Make sure you don't miss out on this opportunity. In the meantime, let's proceed with our video. The recent developments in the SEC's action against Ripple have encouraged XRP whales to move a considerable amount of XRP in response to the situation. This is because of the recent developments. Against the final ruling that Judge Analisa Torres gave in the case, the Securities and Exchange Commission has decided to launch an appeal. This decision was made by the SEC. Because of this on-chain activity, the market price of XRP has also been negatively influenced, which is another consequence of the situation. Within the Ripple case, the SEC has filed an appeal. In the previous 24 hours, there have been 3 big XRP whale transactions that have taken place, as reported by the blockchain transaction tracker known as Whale Alert. More than 153 million different currencies are involved in these transactions. In 2 of these transactions, the funds were transferred to cryptocurrency exchanges, and in the 3rd transaction, the funds were transferred to wallets that were unknown to the parties involved. For the previous 24 hours, the price of XRP has dropped by almost 1%. As a consequence of the appeal filed by the SEC in the activities of whales. The current price of XRPS is 52 cents, and throughout the trading session, its daily low and high values are respectively 51 cents and 53 cents. The price of XRPS has been fluctuating between these 2 values. Furthermore, the amount of trading has decreased by 33%, reaching a total of $1.96 billion from its previous level. The consequences of doing research on whales. The interest in XRP futures markets has also decreased, which is another trend that has been observed. Recently, the open interest in XRP futures reached a total of $679 million, while it had previously decreased by 7. According to estimates, the volume of derivatives has declined by 42% of its previous level. In light of the fact that the SEC appeal coincides with the possible beginning of a new bull market, Attorney Bill Morgan, who is a supporter of XRP, made the observation that the appeal constitutes a big setback for the community itself. In his statement, Morgan indicated that there is still a substantial possibility that Ripple may file a counter-appeal with the court. Furthermore, he stated that the Securities and Exchange Commission has not yet submitted Form C to the Second Circuit, which would allow the agency to explain what it is appealing. This would be a significant development. Market experts have expressed their belief that the appeal that the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) submitted in the Ripple case has caused uncertainty regarding the future of XRP. It is strongly recommended that market participants maintain a careful eye on these changes and adjust their strategies in accordance with the swings in the market condition. It has been claimed that considerable movements of XRP have occurred as a result of the ongoing legal battle between the SEC and Ripple. This is a noteworthy response to the ongoing legal issue. This activity is a consequence of the Securities and Exchange Commission's decision to contest the recent order that was issued by Judge Analisa Torres, which resulted in a high volume of trades among big holders of XRP. To what extent were XRP whales accountable for the transactions that took place? Within the span of a single day, 3 significant transactions involving more than 153 million XRP were successfully completed, as demonstrated by the most current data from Whale Alert. The fact that 2 of these transactions were routed to cryptocurrency exchanges and the 3rd transaction remained an anonymous trade between wallets is proof that there was a large amount of activity among major players in the market. This is proven by the fact that key players were involved in 3 transactions. What kinds of adjustments have been made to the price of XRP? As a result of the ripple effect generated by the appeal that was filed by the SEC and the whale trading that has taken place, the price of XRP, which is currently at 52 cents, has decreased by about 1%. Given the stressful climate that currently exists in the market, the trading volume has also witnessed a large decline, falling by 33% to a total of $1.96 billion. This is symptomatic of the fact that the market is currently experiencing it. Transactions involving whales are typical of a strategic reaction to regulatory news. The open interest in the XRP futures market has declined by 7, which indicates that there has been a lessening of interest in the market. Maintaining a level of awareness is something that market participants should do as long as the circumstances around XR remain unpredictable. Those who are experts in market analysis emphasize how important it is to maintain a close watch on the dynamics of the constantly changing environment. In light of the recent events, stakeholders might need to make adjustments to their plans in order to account for the new uncertainty that has been created by the appeal that was filed by the SEC. A finding that asserts that XRP is not a security has been challenged by the United States Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC), which has filed an appeal against the decision. The SEC is concerned with the trading of XRP on exchanges. Immediately after the appeal was submitted, the Securities and Exchange Commission made the announcement that Gerber S. Gruhl had resigned from his position. As a consequence of this piece of news, inquiries have been raised regarding the possible consequences of the SEC vs. the lawsuit against Ripple, and Gruhl's participation in the litigation between the SEC and Ripple. Gruhl was appointed to the position of Enforcement Director of the Securities and Exchange Commission in the year 2021. On October 11th, he will formally resign from his position in the administration. Gruhl was commonly referred to be an anti-crypto director during his time serving on the Commission of the Securities and Exchange Commission. This was primarily owing to the fact that he developed a way of regulating on the basis of enforcement. His primary tasks were enforcing the rules, ensuring that no one was allowed to get away with breaking them, and punishing those who violated the SEC standards. He also had the authority to change the fines that were implemented. The Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, conducted investigations into more than 2,400 enforcement proceedings during the time that Gruhl was in charge. These investigations led to the collection of almost $20 billion in fines and penalties for cryptocurrency companies. Within the span of just 3 years, Gruhl presided over more than 100 individual enforcement actions that were taken against Bitcoin companies. Ever since Gruhl took office, one of the items that has attracted the most attention is the ongoing legal battle that Ripple is engaged in with the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC). The C division of the Securities and Exchange Commission directed its attention towards Ripple, and Ripple and the SEC were able to achieve some level of success in the year 2020 for the purpose of selling unregistered XRP securities. This was accomplished many years after the initial attempt. Following the court's decision that Ripple was accountable for selling XRP to institutional investors, the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) requested a penalty of $2 billion. The blockchain firm, on the other hand, responded to the suggestion by making an offer of $10 million. Instead of that, as KF indicated previously, the court came to the conclusion that Ripple ought to be obliged to pay a penalty of $125 million. On the other hand, Gruhl submitted an appeal, stating that the result that the district court reached regarding Ripple was in direct contrast to all of the precedent that had been established over the course of several decades. Between the years 2018 and 2021, Gruhl held the position of Attorney General of New Jersey. Prior to joining the Securities and Exchange Commission, he served in this capacity. Furthermore, he was the prosecutor for Bergen County, which is the most populated county in the state of New Jersey. He served in this capacity for 8 years. Due to his extensive experience as a prosecuting attorney, the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) is in possession of the material that it requires in order to have some power in its fight against Ripple. Considering that Gruhl has resigned, what are the subsequent measures that the CCC will take in its appeal against Ripple's XRP? Investors in the market are curious about the following measures that will be taken in response to the appeal, as he has just recently handed in his letter of resignation. The individual who was formerly acting as the Deputy Director of the Enforcement Division will now assume the role of Interim Director. The position of Acting Deputy Director, which is currently held by Sam Walden, who is the head counsel of the Enforcement Division, will be transferred to him. Wadwaji's current position will be taken over by him. Because it has been used by the Securities and Exchange Commission for more than 20 years, the information that has been provided has been characterized as not being meant to constitute trading advice. In the event that any investments are made on the basis of the information that is provided on this page, there is no responsibility for those investments. Prior to making any choice on investments, we strongly recommend performing independent research and talking with a professional who is educated in the field.